Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey, and welcome back to my closet. At last! After over a year of waiting, thinking that it wasn't ever going to come out, wondering, waiting, watching, crying, Welcome Committee Frankie is finally here. Oh my god, I don't think I have ever waited so long for a doll just to be purchasable. I can't believe it. I can't believe that they're here right now. I'm kind of in shock, honestly. I was so convinced that we were never gonna get this doll, and yet it's in my hands. It's in my hands! Oh, yes! Yes, so this is Welcome Committee Frankie, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge in the doll community about the story behind this doll, but in case you don't know, basically this doll was supposed to be released for 2024's Pride, was going to be a Target exclusive. Target was receiving a lot of backlash about LGBT products, so they backed out of the deal. Mattel was going to release them on Amazon. Amazon started canceling orders with no reason given. Then we waited and waited and waited and waited, and now it was an Amazon exclusive released a couple weeks ago for $32 something, and that's a little bit higher than the normal Monster High price, a little bit higher than even the more special G3 Monster High dolls, but that could be due to several factors. Just increasing the general price, but also this Frankie comes with extra accessories, more than what the normal Monster High dolls come with, so that's why they're a little bit more expensive too. But I mean, I would have been willing to pay any price. At this point, it's been so long, and I wanted this Frankie for so long, and this is the best Frankie, and I know it. I don't even have to open it, I know it. The best. And I never thought I was going to get them, and now I have them. Okay, so let's look at the packaging. So this Frankie comes in a very open box, mostly plastic in the front, just one little bit of artwork down here where they're waving, and it says Frankie Stein, Welcome Committee. And I mean, obviously there's a lot of nods to LGBT culture in here with like the trans flag color schemes, the pan flag color schemes, because Frankie is a non-binary character and is, I guess, pansexual. I mean, they've only ever dated Cleo, which I finally watched the show, by the way. It was adorable. I loved Clanky, so cute, but there were so many cute nods to monster lore. Like, there's one scene where Draculaura is in her potion room and Dracula asks if he could come in, and she's like, yes, I grant you permission to come in because vampires can't come through the door unless you invite them. I thought that was really funny. There was a reference to Devil Went Down to Georgia that Heath said at one point, which is one of my favorite 70s songs, so I thought that was pretty funny too. I mean, there were just a lot of really good jokes in there. Writing that adults can appreciate as well as kids. Or things that might go over a kid's head, but the adult in the room might be like, oh, I get that. So then the back of the box has a big picture of Frankie. Usually they use more artwork on the back, but this one actually has a photograph. And it says, as the Welcome Committee leader at Monster High, Frankie makes the new ghouls in school feel right at home by encouraging self-expression through fashion and friendship. I've talked long enough, really longer than I should have for my own purposes, because I'm getting impatient. We gotta open this doll at last, finally! Okay, let us get a better look at Frankie, who is now finally free from the box. And first and foremost, we gotta say saran hair, thank God, because Frankie has mostly white hair in this version, which could easily have been substituted with poly as a choice by Mattel, but it's not. It is saran, so it's nice and soft and smooth. Oh, this face up is everything! Ugh. Okay, so I gotta say, I do really like Monster Ball. The one that Scary Sweet Birthday Frankie. I cannot say that line's name correctly. Scary Sweet Birthday Frankie is very good. Very, very good. But This Frankie just feels more Frankie to me. After watching the show especially, I just feel like this Frankie fits really well with the show. The other Frankie is just a really cool design, but if I need like a core Frankie, I'm thinking of this doll and this face and this outfit. Yes, this to me is, it just embodies the Frankie of G3. We have the pan flag on the eyeshadow. So we've got a blue layer up top, yellow in the corners, and then pink around the outer edges. Of course, Frankie has their blue and green heterochromic eyes and a little scar on the cheek and black lipstick. The dark lipstick on Monster High dolls, but especially Frankie. I mean, because it contrasts so much with the pale blue skin. So good. There have been some pretty good Frankies in the past too. The one with the guitar was pretty good. For a while, that was like, ooh, that's like the best one. But also then they did Core Refresh, which is also pretty good. And Scaradise Island Frankie, if that one had dark lipstick, that one also would have been a contender for me. I like that they have darkened everyone's color schemes, but it works especially well with Frankie. So they have a little eyebrow piercing up here. And then, of course, like we said, the hair, it's mostly white with some blue streaks and black streaks. I like the style too. They did a heavy side here with the black streak kind of dominating in the front there. And then there's a braid next to the part here that goes just to the back of the head. And there is a very gentle curl at the bottom here. Earrings, we have these two big spiky hanging things. There are safety pins actually holding them into the ear. And then it is kind of a starburst design with a lightning bolt in the center. It's a silvery plastic, and I believe they are, yes, the same on both sides. Of course, Frankie also has a little stitch marking around the neck there. So the outfit is also very quintessential Frankie. You know, Frankie has a kind of preppy style and has had that since G1. So we've got the collared shirt, but it is a sleeveless collared shirt. So it's a white cottony material with the folded collar that velcros in the back. And then we have a pleather black tie, which I like that this is pleather because previous Frankies have had just a plastic collar that snaps around like a necklace with a hard plastic tie, and it kind of sticks out a little bit. So I much prefer the material one here. The collar's also pleather. And then at the bottom we have some ribbed blue and pink striping, and that's supposed to be kind of like the trans flag. Again, well, Frankie's not trans, but they are non-binary. Non-binary. I can't speak today. I don't know what is going on. And then we have some sleeves, which I do like these sleeves, but they also come with a really cool jacket, so I don't know. Am I gonna keep the sleeves or the jacket? I do love a good jacket. These little sleeves, they are a stretchy knit and they are separate from the shirt. And they have a stripy zigzag design with black, pink, white, and yellow. Actually, it's more like a neon green. It looks yellow on camera, but yeah, it's more of a neon green. Or a highlighter yellow, I guess you could say. I just like the way that lightning is evoked here from the zigzag pattern, and it's also very bold and colorful, but not in a clashy way. You would think too, with all the different patterns going on, the stripes, the zigzags, the plaid, that there would be more of a clashy feel, but everything just works so well together. Then they have a plastic belt, which is a silver metallic plastic. Their little skelet here on the buckle. It's 3 belts kind of tied together, or at least it's supposed to look like that. There's a lightning bolt charm here, and it attaches in the back with the little pegs. It's fine. I mean, that's probably the least exciting piece on this outfit because we've seen this kind of a belt on Frankie many times now. Probably would look fine without the belt too. You didn't even necessarily need the belt. So we have these pleather high-waisted pants. You can see how shiny they are. It's a black with plaid in blue, pink, and yellow. We have one leg that is shorter than the other so that you can see their prosthetic leg, which is silver and says Frankie. It has a heart with stitches, Frankie's skelette, a lightning bolt with extra little waves, another lightning bolt, and a light bulb. And then some more molded detailing. And they are a bit short on this side, the pant leg, because Frankie has these high top sneakers, which again are the pan flag. This is much more obvious out of everything. And on the soles, it says be unique on this side with the regular skelette, and then be yourself on this side with a stitched heart and some lightning bolts. Oh, and there's even stitching in the letters. And the shoes themselves have some lightning bolt and stitch details. There's also some regular bolts at the tops there, which is a cute touch. We have black painted laces, and the soles have lightning bolts as well. And that, my friends, is Welcome Committee Frankie. This is just such a cohesive, great design and a great use of the characterization of Frankie to promote something like Pride. I'm so happy. I love them. There are a lot of accessories we have to go through. Firstly, this clipboard that Frankie was packaged holding, it is neon green, has a skelette for the clip at the top, a little thumb hole, and it says Monster High Welcome Meeting To-Do List, new member intro, snack break. Not a very long list. You get two sized posters with this doll. You get a small one that was packaged in the front of the box with all the other accessories, and then this larger one that was behind when you take the sleeve out of the box. We have Draculaura, Deuce, Claudine, Laguna, and of course, Clanky! At the bottom says, Welcome Committee meeting at 3, free snacks, and Monster High, be yourself, be unique, be a monster. But yeah, this is so nice. I didn't realize until I was looking at the stock pictures or the description of the doll again when ordering that you get a full-size poster. So that's pretty cool. And as promised, Frankie has plenty of snacks. So we have moon chips in a purple bag. Harvest Moon cheddar flavor. Has just a printed label on the front and nothing on the back, but it is molded to look like a chip bag. This one is just boo. I guess these are Draculaura's snack. They look kind of like those frosted animal cookies, but they're bat-shaped. And then these are Watts. They are lightning-shaped chips. They kind of look like vegetable chips, maybe? And to go with the snacks, you gotta have something to wash it down. So we have this cherry drip sip. It is a round can-shaped mold. It's hollow on the bottom, and then it has a sticker for the label. On the back, you have your fake nutrition facts. See, those are the kind of details that I love. We have Eclipse Sip. Eclipse Sip. Say that 3 times fast. This one has a wolf howling at the moon and the moon phases. And then there's the back, and it has an animal print design in the background. And then Zip Sip has a little heart at the top with a lightning bolt in it. It's a little skull here. Some more lightning. So we have a lightning bolt shaped backpack. The plastic is clear or translucent glittery and has the straps. It's the rubbery kind of backpack, so it's a little stretchier. There is space inside to put some items. And then on the front we have a print of a drippy rainbow in a lightning bolt with stitches, a skelette, and then a charm here, which is a lightning bolt, a light bulb. To get in real close. F for Frankie. Here is this camera. Kind of has a quilted design, and then some white drippy stuff, an eyeball lens, and some teeth at the bottom. It's got the quilt on the back. It's got a flexible handle, and then a space in the top, which makes me think that you're supposed to get a picture out of here. Is there? Oh, there is a picture. Oh, look at this. It's a sticker. This looked like it was just a part of the packaging, but I think it's actually a sticker because it feels like it's on sticker paper. It's the Monster High crest with a rainbow. That's really cute. Okay, and you do get a picture. So this would go in your little camera. It is a little plastic picture with everybody's hands from the welcome committee who were on the poster. It says MH with a lightning bolt and some stitches. Drop it in the camera and then you pretend to take a picture. It spits it out. We also have this little pen. This is a very basic pen. It's black. It has a little pen cap on the back and has a thumb hole. We also get WotC, and this WotC is silver with a little blue hair piece, black on one ear, purplish eyes, one with some yellow around it, and it does come with a little fabric bandana in a drippy rainbow print. Does Velcro in the back. You guys know how I feel about doll pets. It's kind of nice that this one comes with an actual fabric accessory. And finally, last but not least, I've saved my favorite thing for last so that we can look at this gorgeous jacket that Frankie comes with. So we have this pleather jacket. It's kind of supposed to be like a varsity jacket, but it has a collar with lapels. It is a shiny silver pleather for the main body of the jacket. The collar is folded over really nicely, so it's not gonna like pop up like some other jackets do. Yeah, it is super reflective and shiny. On this side, it has some patches. We have a heart with a rainbow, a skelett, a Monster High pendant flag, and then all welcome on a little banner. And then the other side and the back are just the plain silver. And we have white pleather sleeves with some black and white stitching on both sides. So let's put Frankie in this jacket and see how it looks. All right, here we go. Frankie in the jacket. I almost, now looking at it, like the silver is very heavy, and I like that, you know, I think the silver works here because Frankie has the silver leg and the silver jewelry. I mean, I really like the jacket, but I kind of honestly think I prefer the sleeves because I like the extra pops of color that it brings to the outfit. This makes it a little bit more subdued, which it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I might consider, like, I don't have any other Frankies, but if I did, I would possibly consider giving one of them this jacket in a restyle because I really like the sleeves. So Frankie might stay in the sleeves, but that doesn't mean I don't like the jacket. I think it's a really nice piece. Okay, and that, my friends, again, is Welcome Committee Frankie. I am so glad that this doll finally came out. You have no idea. Honestly, I was convinced that we were not getting this doll. And I am so glad I was wrong. I've never been so glad to be wrong. What do you guys think? Did you get your hands on them? They are still on Amazon. I think there was like one period of time where it went out of stock briefly because I saw the price go up to like $80 from a reseller, but then they came back in stock. So I think we're pretty steady. I mean, Mattel made plenty of these dolls and they've just been sitting around for the past year waiting to be released, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues with distribution. Also, what do you think? Do you like the jacket better or do you like the sleeves better? And as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, beep bop boop. I don't know what to say cause I'm Frankie and I'm a little awkward sometimes. Okay, bye.